This time on Documentify TV, a creek in southern Chile that rewrote the history of the Americas, and in a new study that may have just taken 6,000 years off the clock. In 1975, a team of archaeologists excavating the Chinchihuapi Creek uncovered something that should not have existed: wooden house foundations, rope, tools made from a mastodon-tusk. After careful dating, the site, called Monte Verde, came back at 14,500 years old. For nearly 30 years, this was the site that rewrote how humans reached the Americas. Now, a new geological analysis has found a layer of volcanic ash sitting beneath the artifacts. That ash is only 11,000 years old. Here is what Tom Dillehay's team originally found. A rapid peat burial preserved the site in a way archaeology rarely sees. Wooden planks from tent-like structures, plant fiber, cordage, still knotted around the stakes, digging sticks with deliberately fire-hardened tips, a mastodon-tusk shaped into a gouging tool, and 9 species of marine algae sourced from the Pacific coast 90 kilometers away. That's about 55 miles, recovered as chewed cuds inside the hearse. In 1997, an independent team of specialists validated this site. Clovis First collapsed. The Pre-Clovis model was born. Now, a separate team at the University of Wyoming has spent 4 years re-examining the creek. They sampled 9 sediment exposures. In all of them, they found the same layer of volcanic ash from an eruption of a volcano 11,000 years ago. Geochemical fingerprinting confirms it. The ash sits beneath the surface where the artifacts were found. So how do you get 14,500-year-old radiocarbon dates on a surface younger than 11,000 years? Surovell's answer is something called the old wood problem. Dating a piece of wood tells you when the tree died, not when a human used it. The creek is a dynamic, braided stream. Over thousands of years, it washed ancient logs downstream. Middle Holocene humans, arriving around 8,200 years ago, would have been living on a landscape littered with wood already thousands of years older than they were. But not every researcher is convinced. Some point to the cordage. Knotted plant fiber does not survive violent redeposition intact. Others point to the seaweed, delicate water-soluble, bound directly to campfires. And the digging sticks were not just old wood. The tips were deliberately carved and fire-hardened. For that wood to date to 14,500 years and still carry a shape-burned tip, a Holocene human would have had to find an ancient log, carve it, and leave it without resetting the carbon signature. That is hard to physically sustain. Here is what can be said with certainty. Both teams have real evidence. The ash layer is real. The cordage is real. This is not a case of one side being careless. Either way, the broader story of the first Americans survive. White Sands, New Mexico has human footprints dated between 21,000 and 23,000 years old, verified independently. Cooper's Ferry in Idaho dates to around 16,000 years ago. The Friedkin site in Texas is 15,500. The Pre-Clovis model does not depend on Monte Verde anymore. But the Monte Verde case still matters. It shows how fragile even a foundational dating can be. The final answer will likely require more stratigraphic work and more independent labs. Next time, Pennsylvania, 16,000 years ago. The rock shelter that has held firm against the Clovis debate for over 50 years. That's it for today's video, folks. See you next time. right here on Documentify TV.